Okay, here at the truck capper project, I've marked these all the way across. I'll get about 20 pieces, if not 20, maybe 21, at a 1/4 inch thick for each one, cutting them lengthwise to this thickness, or this width. This will be 20, 40, 60, 80. I'll get 100 pieces of this, which I could probably do 70% of the inside with these alone. And like I said, they're really light. Watch out, dog. I'm at the point of this, I can pull the cover up. It's really windy and it's supposed to snow in a few days, so I just covered it. But all of this, here's my anchor spot. I still need to put those in, the 2x4s and the braces, to make sure that this thing doesn't come out of the truck, or the anchors do not snap when I'm doing it. So I've also came up with this ingenious plan. I have a plate of aluminum. I'm going to bolt across it, top and bottom, cut them in half, left and right, and then use those for my anchors, or the plates to reinforce the 2x4s and the anchors so it stays in the truck. These others are going to be it's tacky, need to sand it down. But cutting at catty corner, it's going to be a brace. It's going to be 2 braces actually, and this one also would be once I cut it back down to a square. And my new DeWalt 20-volt sander, bought that from somewhere in New York or Michigan. It was actually cheaper than Walmart, Home Depot, or Lowe's. I think it was like 90 bucks. Everywhere else was 120. So hats off to that guy. But then I got 4 more pieces, which are going to be the same thing. And these can't use metal. Obviously, I have quite a bit of metal, which I'll be getting rid of all this whenever I finish this. But I'm thinking maybe even putting some of this around the door. But you're not supposed to use metal on them, steel. At least they say not to. And this is some more metal. I was going to reinforce the propane cabinet with it and bolt it, but since diamond plate is about $200, I believe, a sheet, I was going to sell this toolbox, but I think I now have another purpose for it. Pardon my messy garage. Come on. So it's one or the other on that. Use these for the sides of the propane. It's not wide enough. The length is okay, but the width is off. I think about like 4 or 5 inches. So I was thinking using this to reinforce it around the backside. But either way, the toolbox is as wide as this bed and as tall. So I was thinking about cutting it up, and on the inside of the dump station, lining it, cutting out section to section, and then using I'm going to start to polish the toolbox back up, or what was a toolbox. Its handle's broken, a few other things. Bought it that way, somebody ripped me off. So it works great. Got it home, it's shit. But to the dump station. Is that width. So is lining that, cutting off the sections that I need out of that toolbox, since it is 1/8 thick, 1/8 of an inch thick. And I was going to polish it and then screw it down, or have somebody weld it into the size that I need. There's a guy around here that welds. I think he can do something like that. But this is my project for the day. Just little stuff, cleaning stuff up, locating things that I've been looking for a few weeks and haven't been able to find yet. But that's my aluminum. I'll polish that and then use it for the underside and the top side on the internal portion of that area where my anchors are. Because again, I'm not gonna mount anything to the bottom of the truck, it makes it wobbly. It can actually pull your weight from the top to the bottom. Those things are dangerous. Things are the shit in my opinion. But I'm going to use these. I looked on eTrailer and a few other ones. They have them for up to 4,000 to 8,000 pounds, I think it said, if not more. I don't think you can run 3. You couldn't in the 80s and 90s. You could only run 1 on each corner. But and that may have been an option as to why that one was there. But in here, and then it just tacks to the side, but I should have about 2 inches, and that's what's required on this, from this wall to here. It may be in a flush plate. I think it's called a flush plate, something like that. It's been a while. But running all 4 of them in there, and then all the way down. Like I said, the camper comes out to about the middle of the mirror. It only comes out about 8 to 10 inches off of the trim line above the door. I wanted to be able to see around with my mirrors without fully extending them, because I have a hard time getting into places now because of the width of these trucks. But this is about 30-45 minutes after, with the walnut stain. Sorry, my hands are dry, it's cold outside. But that is walnut. And it's just a scrap piece. Kind of looking forward to putting these in there. But again, I'm waiting on the tanks for the bottom, because I can't construct the floor over the tanks until the tanks are in. And I'm not going to do the plumbing. I don't think I'll have to, but I'll look into that when I'm doing it. Once the floor is in on the tank, or over the once the tanks are in, I can actually bring the section of the cabinets, the washer dryer, the dinette, everything, like even the shower, I can bring that all to where it needs to be widthwise from one side to the other. Because I think now it's about somewhere around in here, and I still have about another 13 inches, 12 inches on both sides to bring it out, and I can't get the tanks in. In fact, I can't go up any higher on the sides because the tanks may be a little bit of a pain to get in that area. But there's my braces, the anchor plates up underneath, which will be bolted. Then I'll have the bracket bolted up under it. And that's it. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and have a good day.